Just after midnight on January 1st, we transitioned into a new day, a new year, and a new decade, new beginnings, and a new start. Since 1948, Itawamba Community College has had many logos, slogans, and taglines, and many different looks, but the message has been consistent, just as it will continue to be. We are a premier community college, one that is known and respected far beyond our region. At ICC, we are cultivating the potential within each student through academic excellence, transformative experiences, and a supportive community. ICC's logo is vitally important to our brand. It acts as a signature, an identifier, and a stamp of quality. Simply put, it is ICC's identity. The I represents our three locations, Fulton, Tupelo, and Belden, where we continue to provide quality instruction and innovative training to our students. The feather unites current and former students through tradition, history, and our deep heritage, while the border symbolizes the strength and enduring value of an ICC education. The typeface conveys that we are bold and impactful beyond our locations, keeping us front and center as the iconic institution. A new look for the new decade. Itawamba Community College, the best start here.
Good morning and welcome to another edition of the ICC Hour here being presented by Renaissance Bank. Renaissance Bank, understanding you, renaissancebank.com. Thank you for tuning in here on Super Talk Mississippi 101.9 FM. And just a reminder, if you happen to miss anything of this episode going forward or any of the previous ones, you can always go back and listen to these shows on our Itawamba Community College YouTube page. Simply search the ICC Hour on YouTube. Or you can visit the on-demand section of letsgoicctv.com. You can see the previous episodes there. More of these now kind of taking on that podcast form. We're hoping to start a podcast where you can go back and listen to some of these archived videos as well. As we came into the show, you heard from Dr. Allen. It was a big announcement from ICC as they introduced a new institutional logo for the college, a new decade, and they want to take on a new look, and he explained the steps of that there. Of course, if you haven't seen those yet, you can go visit any of the Itawamba Community College or Itawamba CC social media sites. You can see those new logos there. Very, very clean, very fresh, very new, very modern look there as well. Now, that is institutional only. The athletic ones have not changed. We've had a few people ask if the athletic logo has changed. It is staying the same. So you can also see those on any of the Let's Go ICC social media as well. Well, this past Sunday, it was Super Bowl Sunday. Obviously, This show was recorded before the Super Bowl was played, so I don't know the outcome of that. But hopefully you guys were able to enjoy a good football game, had a good time with friends and fellowship as well. Of course, ICC, we didn't have any ties to this year's Super Bowl, but we do have two Super Bowl champions in the ICC family. Deuce Staley, he won it back in 2006 with my Pittsburgh Steelers. And, of course, I say my Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't own them, but I'm a Steelers fan. And then the guy we're going to look back at an interview today is going to be Pernell McPhee. Back in 2012, he won the Super Bowl with the Baltimore Ravens. He was inducted into the ICC Athletic Hall of Fame this year. We had a chance to go up to Baltimore and talk to Pernell. Pernell and I, good friends. It was great to catch up with Pernell, his wife, and his family while we were up there. Got a chance to see him play a game as well. Unfortunately, Pernell kind of had a season-ending injury a little late in the season. The Ravens were making a push to the playoffs. Would have loved to see Pernell get that second ring on his finger there, but unfortunately, the Ravens came up a little short. But we're going to go to that interview a little bit later on in the show today as well. And then we're going to hear from the softball team as the number 7 Indians opened up their season with a sweep of Jackson State. We'll hear from Coach Kirk and actually have Dr. Allen come in and interview some of the players after the game as well. So we'll have that going forward here on the ICC Hour. So we're going to take a quick break and we're going to come back with our conversation with Pernell McPhee right after this on the ICC Hour being presented by Renaissance Bank. At Itawamba Community College, your education is our top priority. With a 20-to-1 student-to-teacher ratio, you will get the help that you need from your instructors. With 3 locations in Fulton, Tupelo, and Belden, ICC offers classes that will prepare you to enter almost any job field of your choice. Learn more about Wallet Hub's #1 community college in Mississippi and the 25th best in the country by visiting iccms.edu or apply online at apply.iccms.edu. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
Get a Little Caesars large, extra most bestest stuffed crust pizza, topped with pepperoni and cheese, and stuffed with over 3 feet of cheese in the crust. That's right, we stuffed cheese into the crust of the pizza with extra cheese and the most pepperoni, all at the nation's best price of just $9. Try our convenient app and Pizza Portal pickup.
Pizza.
Car Hop Classic for just $2.99 is the perfect 1-2 punch of flavor and value.
Time that.
You need a trainer to help you eat the burger?
Hey, stay out of this.
Don't get in my head, man. There's barely room for me in there.
Hurry in and try quarter-pound double cheeseburger or 6-inch Philly plus tots for $2.99.
My mom never let me eat this much cookie dough.
What would she say if she saw you eating this big scoop cookie dough blast?
I don't know. Why ask her?
Don't tell your father.
Oh, naughty.
Hurry in and scoop up our new cookie dough treats. Try order ahead to get happy hour anytime.
Zelle is the new way to move money, and it's already included inside your Renaissance Bank mobile app. No additional downloads, no additional signups. Whether you're paying a friend back for pizza or chipping in for gas, Zelle lets you send money quickly to almost anyone in your contacts. Here's how it works. Open the Renaissance app, log in, and tap the blue button with the white plus sign on it and select Zelle. Choose Send, Request, or Split. Pick who you want to exchange money with, either from your contacts or by entering a phone number or email. Choose the account you want to pay with and select an amount. Review and confirm. To stay organized, you can even include a short description of what each payment is for. That's it. Your money is on the move. Most payments take place in just minutes. No need to download another app. It all happens inside here. Balance the bill, split the check, and pay your way with Zelle. To learn more about Zelle, visit RenaissanceBank.com or download the Renaissance Bank mobile app to start using Zelle today. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC.
All right, Pernell. First off, congratulations, ICC Hall of Fame. How's it feel to be a Hall of Famer?
I feel great. Kind of feel like I'm already at Ed now. I know how that feeling feel. It's not today's stage as in the NFL, but it's the Hall of Fame. It's an accomplishment in life, and I'm just very honored that the school decided to let me be in the Hall of Fame, and very thankful for it, and just can't be any happier than being, an Indian.
Absolutely. All right, let's go back to Sunday's game. We went to the game, watched you. You were hyped up, fired up, looking like 2013, 2014 Pernell out there.
Yeah.
How's it feel being back home here in Baltimore?
It feels great, man. You get that that family feeling, friends feeling, and you get that chance, that feeling of just going out and playing football and don't have to impress nobody. I think other teams kind of put a lot of pressure on you, try to press the coaches. But here it's just like go out, make your plays, and just have fun with it. And as you can see yesterday, I was having fun, dancing, moving around. Yeah. It's a great feeling. It's a blessing still being for 9 years.
And I see, like on the field and in the huddles, you've taken on that leadership role for this team. Just talk about that, because that's kind of you look at other teams in the NFL, but that leadership role for the Ravens, that's just something different, something special.
It just I think that's a gift that God blessed me with. Just being a natural born leader. Sometimes I take advantage of it, sometimes I don't. But I just came in with a bunch of group of guys, young guys, who needed a little guidance on how to be a great professional, and I took my leadership and helped them out in each way I could. So they all latching on me, and they keep pushing me to go in the middle before the game, but I'm kind of more laid back than I was, let's say, 3-4 years ago.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, let's talk about life. Take us back to Florida, where it all began for you. Tell us about Pernell growing up and growing into the game of football. I grew up in Pahokee, Florida. Right.
I got 6 siblings. I grew up with my great grandma. I got 8 sisters, and 4 brothers.
Wow.
Yeah. But I grew up in a 1-bedroom with my grandma, and I actually didn't play football till my senior year, but we always played backyard football growing up. I didn't play football my senior year because of grades and because I didn't have any interest in football. So came my senior year, I figured it wasn't nothing else to do, so I tried to go out for the football team. I ended up making the team. I actually practiced a whole year, my junior year, and I wasn't eligible to play because of my grades. So I was supposed to play my junior year, but I practiced that whole year.
Yeah.
So I ended up playing my senior year, winning the state championship, led the team in sacks, and Coach Kenny Jackson came to Florida.
Yes.
Came to Pahokee. A lot of people never been to Pahokee before. We chase rabbits down there, so it's very small. He came down there. He was talking to me, and he said he gonna get me, and he ain't gonna let me come back. So I go to ICC, fly to ICC, go on a visit. I end up enjoying it. When I left, I talked to my grandma. I really wasn't gonna go to school.
Right.
So I talked to my grandma. She was like, "Baby, just give it a try." Left and went back to ICC in the summer. Within a week, I called my grandma and said, "Grandma, I'm coming home." I was crying. So football, I was out of it. I'm like, bro, it's too real. And my grandma said, "Come on." And Coach Kenny Jackson, him and Coach Jeff Terrell, they made it real easy, and Miss Seegers, for me to stay because they gave me that parenting in my life that I didn't have up there. And they gave me that support, in my life that I didn't have. And Miss Seegers, she did a great job, her and Mr. James Seegers. And Coach Jeff Terry, he did a great, like everybody, took turns, invited me to the house, made me feel home, And I just say that's a blessing from God because, you never know who you'll need in life or, how they could help you in life. And they helped me out a lot. And played 2 years at ICC, came to All-American. Really appreciated the fans and the support. I had a lot of friends go to junior college, and I don't want to go no other junior college besides ICC.
That's awesome.
Because we got the best dorm rooms, we got the best facility, and our basketball team is always good, and our baseball team is always good.
Most definitely. Well, let's talk about your career. You sophomore year, 13 and a half sacks. Still hold the record for single seasons in sacks at ICC. Just talk about your playing time at ICC.
It was great. And I think the technique that I use now, I learned it from Coach Kenny Jackson with my hands. I play a lot of games with my hands, and he taught me the fundamental how to use your hands. And it was great. But I think I had 19 and a half my first year.
Okay, so 19 and a half. All right. I'll go back and look. We'll make sure we get that right.
Yeah, I had 19 and a half my first year. But man, like I say, it was just an experience, man, just to showcase my talent, my God-given talent, and me, I just love playing football. Right. So I got called out play for play, but it was a great experience, and I met a lot of friends there too. I hate we didn't win no championship. Yeah. But yeah, it was just a great experience at ICC, man. Just going to school, learning a lot and different things. With Pachowski. Yeah. You bring back memories.
Yeah. Well, she actually texted me earlier, told me to tell you a big hello and send a picture. I'm going to give you this picture when we get done. Okay. But Bronson, the Seegers, Coach Ball, she's still there.
She saved my life too.
Yeah. We always talk about the hashtag ICC family. And kind of what you talked about was that it is a big family because we all care about each other. Yes. You're not just a football player. You're somebody that we care about. So just talk about those relationships with the Seegers, Dr. Prohaska, and then Coach Ball.
Miss Seegers, she was one of the. She was like my grandma. If anybody know me, they know I love my grandma. She was like my grandma. She was there for me. She comforted me in a lot of different ways, and it was special ways, as in like. Come in her office and she'll help me with my work. Get a tutor to help me with my work. Or if I need some junk food on the weekends, like she'll make me brownies or bring me cookies. And we always had just great talks about how to be a great person. She was special, man. She was special, and Miss Brunson, she also was special. Miss Brunson came, I want to say my second year, because everybody was trying to get Miss Seegers after they seen what she was doing. Me and Miss Seegers was like, okay, you know, it's like, this is Miss Brunson. I had a class, and Miss Brunson was there. I can't think of my other two teachers' name. And I know they still don't. One of them had a son play baseball on the team.
I'm trying to think.
It bringing back memories, man. It's been, what, about 07, about 12 years.
That's the crazy thing, man. Time flies in that. So, but talk about some of those memories, either with your teachers, maybe former teammates, or just some of your moments when you look back at ICC that kind of just jump out at you.
Oh, my Bible study class, definitely, with James Seegers, and all my teammates being asleep in there a lot. That was a great experience. The union was a great experience. We used to love the union. 12 years is long.
Yeah. All right. Well, at ICC we have the mantra, the best start here. And you look where you've come from in Florida to ICC, Mississippi State, Super Bowl champion. So you are the picture of the best start here.
Yeah.
So how would you describe that to somebody when you are able to say, yes, the best does start at Itawamba Community College?
I would say if you just ride on the campus and look how pretty it is, and you know when you come there, you're gonna have to gravitate towards like how the campus looks. So if the campus look nice, you should look nice and be a nice person. And I think the people's around there, I think there's a lot of nice people around there, like around the city of Fulton. My 2 years I spent there, I had zero troubles. Everybody was open arms, you know, even from going to the Walmart. Man, I'll tell you, bringing back memories. But man, it was all love just in that whole community. It wasn't just the school. I could say it was the whole community. Me dealing with Sean Holiday. I don't know if y'all know Sean Holiday.
My guy.
Yeah, me and him, you know, just he getting invited in my life and helping me out. And just a whole bunch of different people. My father passed away, Edwin Coleman. I don't know if y'all know him. Yeah. But that's he was a big deal in my life. But I just think as the whole community, as ICC, the Fulton family, I just think that everybody stick together around there, and it's small, and everybody know each other. I think that's what make it great. And you know, and for us, the school, I just think the teachers there are very nice. They very good. They got a lot of patience. The ones I had, I'm trying to think of my teacher's name. I can't think of them. And Miss Ball, I actually kind of got in trouble my first week there because you got to understand, when I'm from Florida.
Right.
So when a lot of history come in Mississippi, I don't know nothing about.
Right.
And how I was raised was totally different than how everybody in Mississippi was raised. And I did not know what I was getting. You know, I came there and then something happened. And I'm like, didn't know how to react. Right. And Miss Ball stepped in and she actually saved my life. It was a big deal. And I was like, wow. So, you know, I had to adjust to that. But other than that, man, everything was great, man. Where was I? The guy named, not Buddy Rowe. Buddy
Collins.
Buddy Collins. Yeah. How's my guy doing?
He is actually no longer. He's retired now.
Okay.
But he's doing well. He's doing well.
Man, everybody used to hate him. I used to love Buddy Collins, and the reason why I love Buddy Collins because he kept us disciplined.
Yeah.
He kept us disciplined. I don't care what nobody say.
Yeah.
You outside at it, because like we used to be outside doing the dorm, and you know, we be doing our own thing. Some guys do their thing. And he'll be round. Yeah. Everybody get scared, and I used to like to say, get them in there, you know. Buddy Collins. Yeah. But yeah, man, it was an overall great experience. And then you can eat all you want at the camp.
Yes, you still can. I'm proof of it.
Man, I was 225, and I gave, how much I gained? I told you, David, I gained like 225 my first year, and my second year I was 280.
Okay.
So I almost gained like 60 pounds.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm doing the same here. At Itawamba Community College, your education is our top priority. With a 20-to-1 student-to-teacher ratio, you will get the help that you need from your instructors. With 3 locations in Fulton, Tupelo, and Belden, ICC offers classes that will prepare you to enter almost any job field of your choice. Learn more about Wallet Hub's #1 community college in Mississippi and the 25th best in the country by visiting iccms.edu or apply online at apply.iccms.edu. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
At Renaissance Bank, we understand your company deserves individualized attention that will support your company's goals. Whether you're looking to finance or lease equipment, we offer flexible options to help you secure capital for your assets. Whether you're a transportation company looking to expand your fleet, a telecommunications company upgrading your capabilities, or anything in between, we can help you. We offer finance agreements or capital leases, tax leases, and track leases, as well as tax-free financing for municipalities and 501c3s. We've been providing financial services to businesses like yours for over a century. So let us show you how Renaissance Bank's equipment financing and leasing can benefit your company. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
Student involvement is a top priority here at Itawamba Community College.
If you want to be involved with student government, then the Student Government Association is the place for you.
If you have a stellar GPA, then Phi Theta Kappa is for you.
If you're interested in the diverse culture of our campus population, then the Diversity Club is for you.
If you're interested in leadership and service, then Indian Delegation is for you.
If you're majoring in computer programming or computer networking, then CPNA, the Computer Programming Networking Association, is for you.
If you're interested in good conversations and free lunch on Thursdays, then the Wesley Foundation is for you.
Our health science programs also have specific organizations for those majors.
Student Activities is excited to bring you new opportunities here at the ICC Tupelo campus.
Whatever your passion may be, we have a place for you.
This video is brought to you by Phi Theta Kappa, Beta Chi Sigma, Tupelo campus.
All right, so you did reference your wife. Let's talk about your family. Okay. Just your family, what they mean to you, your career, and how they've helped shape your life.
I think they've been very patient with me because just because the lifestyle of football keep you very busy during the season, and in the off season you try to experience things that you miss during the season. I think my family have been very patient with me. They don't really ask for much as other families do. Right. I mean, everybody need help, but and all us great. All us grew up together. All us, me and my brothers and sisters, and my grandma got 24 grandkids. All us grew up together. Yeah. So they very good people, man. My wife, she's a great wife. She does a lot of great things, you know, that a wife is supposed to do. Me personally, I'm just trying to, you know, continue to figure out life as a man, not as a football player. Right. Just football is the journey, and I'm accepting, you know, what comes with the journey. So I'm just trying to figure out life, and hopefully when it's done, I could get an opportunity to really enjoy my family and friends, and then hopefully come back and catch some ICC games.
Oh, absolutely.
Maybe come back and coach and win the championship.
Come on, we got you. We got you. All right, now one thing you talk about figuring out life that you've done a great job of is paying things forward with your teammates, the camp you do with Coach Holliday. Talk about the importance of paying the blessings forward that you've received in life.
Yeah, it's very important because as a kid growing up, I had nothing. We had a 1-bedroom. 6 of us stayed in there. I slept on the floor where my grandma actually gave me the bed. I was like a favorite, but yeah, man, it was nice where I ate only cereals and grilled cheese sandwiches. So it was rough, man. So and I never had a role model. My role model was my uncle, and he's doing 20 years in jail. So and I had to figure out life real quick in high school and as growing up, because around my community it was a lot of it's the poverty and it's dangerous. So I had to figure things out real quick. I think my great grandma and my mother did a great job of raising me as a young, respectful man. And so as I grew up and with my nephews, them I see them, you know, they just like the regular kids in this world, you know, 12, 13. And I just try to be a example of being a great guy, not just a great football player, but a great husband, a great uncle, a great dad, or anything that put greatness to it. I try to do a great job of do that with them. So when I do throw camps and go back to them, my message don't be just, this is what you got to do to be a great football player. My message be, football bring discipline in your life, which is going to shape you to be a great man. And that's be my message with a lot of young kids, because they don't understand. They just think, well, if I'm a great football player, I'm good. Yeah. No, you got to be a great person. And once you be a great person, then everything else handle itself.
Well, Pernell, I think you're doing an outstanding job of that.
Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate you doing that. All right, my final question. These guys may have a couple after this, but what does ICC mean to you?
That's home. That's just like the Ravens. That's just like Pahokee, Florida. That's my second home. That is my second home. I got my degree from there, my first degree, college degree. It just means everything. It shaped me up. It got my Blue Devils colors. I got a lot of family there still. It's part of my heart. It's part of my heart. It's part of my soul. It's part of my spirit. And you know, it's everything. Itawamba Community College, baby. It's everything. And I learned a lot there. It shaped me up to being a great man, because it was part of the journey of me becoming the young man I am today. And it's home, man. That's it. Like, I could go there and lay my head down without no problems.
That's awesome.
One other lighter question. Why has Madden got you rated so low this year?
You know what? That's a great question. It's a great question. That's a question as in, my friend called me last night and say, man, why you only got to have a sack? So my response is I try my best. Even though we all get caught up in it, I try my best not to pay attention to nothing but the win.
Yeah.
Nothing but the win. That's the only thing matter to me in my life is winning. And but I wish I could. But I'm gonna try to turn up this year and try to get my rating up, because I want my little nephew to be like, yeah, I'm playing with my uncle. So that's exciting too. So
Well, I think they got you a little underrated on there myself.
Yeah, but you know, on 2015, I was a 92.
Yep.
Man, I used to smile every day. Hey, I'm telling you, I used to be on there every day. Ooh, I'm a 92.
You got it,
not specific.
Okay. Anything else you want to add that we might have forgotten?
Yeah, man. I just want to thank y'all for coming up here. I want to thank ICC for giving me this award. I really appreciate it. I'm a joyful person in the inside. My wife always say, baby, you never express your feelings. I express my feelings on the football field.
Right.
See, because when I put on that helmet and them shoulder pads, I could do everything. And then when I take it off, I'm more relaxed. And I put it on, I get angry. When I'm angry, you know. But I just want to thank ICC just for the award, man. It's a blessing. I never imagined it. I thought I was gonna be in my high school one first, but it's ICC, and this is my first Hall of Fame. I think probably be many to come, and it might not be football. It could be something else I could be in the Hall of Fame of. But I just think it's a great accomplishment in life, and I just think it shows how good God is, and I think it shows that the work that I put in ain't gonna go unrecognized. And I really appreciate it, man. It's crazy. I'm full of joy right now, but man, I just hope ICC turn the football team turn their season around. I hope the people at ICC continue to be great people. I hope the teachers continue to be great leaders, and people who work in the library when Miss Siegel was there, I hope they still there and they being great people as they was. But I really appreciate everything they gave me, all the blessings they gave me, and all the guidance they gave me. Because without them, I don't think I would have went to Mississippi State, and I was sure there won't be no Baltimore Ravens. So it all started there. Yeah. But I really appreciate it. Very thankful for the honor, and you know, go Indians.
At Itawamba Community College, your education is our top priority. With a 20-to-1 student-to-teacher ratio, you will get the help that you need from your instructors. With 3 locations in Fulton, Tupelo, and Belden, ICC offers classes that will prepare you to enter almost any job field of your choice. Learn more about Wallet Hub's #1 community college in Mississippi and the 25th best in the country by visiting iccms.edu or apply online at apply.iccms.edu. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you, wherever you go. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
And welcome back to the ICC Hour being presented by Renaissance Bank. Renaissance Bank, understanding you, renaissancebank.com. I'm Adam Gore, Sports Information Director and Director of Media Relations. We do appreciate you guys tuning in to the show today and listening to everything we do here on Super Talk Mississippi. We partner with them in football, basketball, and now we're dipping into baseball and softball season. So follow us on Twitter. For the institutional side of things, at Itawamba CC, and on the athletic side of things, let's go ICC. Well, last week, the number 7 softball team opened up their season. And by the way, that number 7 softball team coming off an historic season where they won the conference tournament championship. And then they advanced to the Region 23 tournament championship and finished runner-up there. Punched their ticket to the first ever national tournament down in Clinton. They finished 7th in that tournament, and they started number 7 in the country this year. Well, they opened their season against Jackson State, Tennessee last week and took care of business in a big way. Won the first game of the day 11-0 in 5 innings. Won the second game of the day 9-1 also in 5 innings. And so we had a big pair of wins there to open the season. Now, I had a chance to catch up with Coach Andy Kirk after the game, but Dr. Allen, he's trying to steal my job, folks. He came in and interviewed some of the players that were instrumental in that sweep of Jackson State. So let's go to the interviews now here on the ICC Hour.
All right, we're here today, this afternoon, with Summer Cryer. Tell us about 4 for 6 today. How'd it go?
I stepped in the box. I felt really confident today. I've seen the ball really well. Coming off my bat good. I felt great today.
Summer, that is great. Congratulations on 2 great wins today. Proud of y'all. Keep up the great work. All right, we're here this afternoon with Kaylee Nelson, winning pitcher in the first game. Tell us about that experience in the circle today.
I just felt really good today. I had the pregame butterflies and everybody was fired up, and I just really felt good about my pitches and my arm was feeling good.
All right, that's great, Kaylee. We're looking forward to it. The rest of the games going the same way this season. I hope you have a great season. We're here with Brianna Posey, first ever college home run. Tell me what was going through your head when you hit that shot.
Honestly, I was just thinking, I was like, she's not going to strike me out again. And she threw that one pitch, and I was just like, yeah. And when it came off the bat, I was just...
You knew that was it?
I knew.
That's great. That is great. Well, congratulations on that. 2 great wins today. So proud of y'all. Excited to be a part of this Indian softball team.
Oh, yes, sir. Most definitely.
Well, we're glad to have you.
Brought to you by Renaissance Bank.
the bank that understands you. Learn more at RenaissanceBank.com.
All right, Andy, big win today. Opened the season with a sweep of Jackson State. First off, 4-0 now in January, but just talk about the sweep today.
Yeah, it was nice. It was good to get off to a good start. I mean, a new coach, new system there at Jackson State. We knew they had some talent from playing them in the fall, and I was excited to get those 9 runs that first inning. That was a big start to the year for us.
Absolutely. Gave Kaylee a lot of breathing room to come out and be aggressive, get after that strike zone. Solid defense behind her as well. Just talk about that game one total effort.
Yeah, we turned a double play there, and Kreider played really good at third base. She's had some struggles, and she's really been working on her defense a lot, so we're excited to see her, be able to make all the plays there. And Nelson just threw a ton of, she's throwing that bowling ball up there, getting a lot of ground balls, and we know they got their top of their lineup can really hit, so she did a good job neutralizing them for game one.
Kreider 3 for 3 in that game, also had a hit in game 2, so a 4 for 6 on the afternoon for Summer. Just talk about her play at the plate.
Yeah, Summer, we're going to count on her a lot this year. She hit 10 home runs last year as a freshman, and she was barreling everything up. I think the one real bad at bat she had a runner at third, one out, and she learned from that experience there too. But she's a not our catalyst, because Miney gets everybody going, Maddie does, but Summer can drive in some runs for us, and she's got a little bit more support this year than she did in years past. So I think she's free swinging it pretty good today.
And Brianna Posey hits her first ever career home run in the collegiate level. Just talk about her play, man. That was a no-doubter.
That was a no-doubter, and 2 strikes. And she'd kind of been scuffling for the last week when we've been scrimmaging, and she's got a world of talent. Generates a lot of bat speed, and we expect to see several of those. I mean, that one didn't get probably 15 feet off the ground. I mean, it was a line drive. What I've always said, even as a player and now as a coach, the perfect home run. The line drive's the perfect home run because you just nailed it, and it's not a long fly ball, and she hit it as far as you can hit it on a line. The only thing that stopped it was that guy out there, and I'm glad he didn't get hit by it. But yes, excellent for her to get off and do that for us.
Well, Andy, a long time off before you take and travel to Jackson State now. So what's the focus going into your second series of the year?
A lot to learn. Who's going, kind of like football, who improves the most from week 1 to week 2. Last year was kind of the same scenario. We had 2 big opening games at their place, and then they came into our place games 3 and 4 against them and beat us 5-2, and then we had to score 1 in the bottom of the 7th. So we know they're a lot better than that. They've got one pitcher that didn't throw today. Their sophomore wasn't very on, and last year, like I said, we just beat her 2-1. So we know it'll be a different scenario up at their place, and they'll go back and regroup. Our bunch is playing with a lot of confidence right now, so we're excited to take a little time off, get healthy, and then have 3 or 4 good days of practice.
Brought to you by Renaissance Bank, the bank that understands you. Learn more at RenaissanceBank.com.
And again, we appreciate Dr. Allen stepping in and helping out with those interviews after the big sweep of Jackson State. We do want to remind you what's coming up at ICC and athletics this week. Tomorrow, oh my goodness, tomorrow's a big day. It's National Signing Day for football all across the country, so all eyes will be on that. Of course, you can keep up with Ole Miss, Mississippi State signees coming in later this afternoon on Sports Talk. But tomorrow, National Signing Day here at ICC. Follow us on Twitter. Visit our website, letsgoicc.com. Let's Go ICC on Twitter for follow updates on the newest members of the ICC family. That's Wednesday. Now, basketball is off Thursday, so we will not have a game here Thursday night on Super Talk 101.9 FM. And then softball, they'll be on the road at Jackson State, the team they just swept last week. They'll be on the road on Friday. That'll be a 1 p.m. doubleheader start there in Jackson State. Of course, now this is weather pending, and there will be no broadcast schedule for those games, but we'll have updates coming to you from Twitter throughout the doubleheader as well. Now, one thing, we talked about this show being previously recorded before coming into the week. Weather pending, baseball will open their season this afternoon against Southwest Tennessee in a doubleheader with Game 1 starting at 1 o'clock. Of course, we talked about the Lady Indians' historic season. The Indians had a historic season as well. They won the conference championship much like the softball team did, and they finished number 2 in the country in the national rankings as well. Now, they did lose a lot of guys off that team last year, but they're going to look to try to come back strong and make another push, much like they did this previous season. So once again, weather permitting, baseball will open their season this afternoon at 1 o'clock in a doubleheader against Southwest Tennessee. Those games will be available on letsgoicctv.com, the Red channel. But before we get to that, we're going to go to an interview we had earlier this year to talk with Coach Rick Collier to take a look at this year's squad here on the ICC Hour. Well, Rick, baseball season, it'll be here before you know it. Coming off at just one of the best seasons ever at ICC you had. won the state championship, hosted the region tournament, finished number 2 in the country. Just kind of reflect back real quick over last season.
Yeah, that was a great year. We've had a couple other years, several years that get close to that, but I think we were 42-8. An exceptional group. I mean, that group of guys spoil a coach. They took care of their business. I mean, went to class and great grades, and winning 41 ball games, winning another state championship for us. It's just a great year, and it all about them. And when you get a good group of guys and they all gel like that and believe in one another and take care of their business, it always works out like that. Those other state championships we got, they were good groups, and everybody bought in and just had a great year.
Well, Rick, you talk about those group of guys. We'll eventually focus on this year's team, but you can only put 9 on the field, and you had 5 or 6 that went Division I, so that talks about the type of talent you had. Other guys also signing scholarships as well. So let's just talk about that. You're losing a lot of really good baseball players, some of them the SEC, other schools like that, but you got a lot of shoes to fill this year as well.
Yes, it's going to be a young group out there this time. We'll have 2 starting guys back. Our center fielder will he'll move from right field and go to center. That's Lane Domino, and our shortstop's back, Brett Coker. But we lost all those other guys. We lost our top 4 arms in the rotation. We lost Hootie to Mississippi State, and Medlin to Middle Tennessee State, and Krieger went to La Tech, and Lancaster went to Missouri, and our catcher went to Ole Miss, and then Medlin was our everyday first baseman, so when he wasn't pitching, and Krieger was our second baseman. So, LB went to Mississippi College out in left field. Russell's now going to Mississippi State. We got a lot of shoes to fill, and thing about it is we try to keep it rolling here. We got a good group. We got a good, talented group. They playing hard. Had a great fall. We were 6-2 in the fall and scored a lot of runs, and that's about junior college. You're gonna have to replace them. This is my 22nd year to be here, and 18th as the head coach, and been down this road before, and we're just working hard, and we're going to try and get this team rolling also.
Well, Rick, you talk about that. You've been here 22 years, 18 as head coach. What keeps that fire lit in you to come back and just – it's something about it. When baseball season gets here, man, life is good.
Yes, it's competition. It's challenges. It's another challenge. When you got 20 new guys on your roster and kind of got off sync with some injuries and some red shirts and some things like that, your idea, you'd like to have 14-14 or 15-15, but we're at 20 freshmen. But it's a good challenge. I mean, it's fun to watch them get better, develop, weight room, long toss programs, and it's obvious our guys get better. We've had 33 SEC signees out of here in my time as head coach, and 6 or 7 drafted, and not counting the other great schools that these guys have gone to. I'm up over 250 guys going to 4-year schools out of here, and we just work hard, and and the guys got to buy into it. That special group of guys come in and they see how it helps them to work. It's just a challenge. I love it, and I'm starting to get energized again after this Christmas break, and we'll get after it again. But there's a lot of work already going into it since they got here in August.
Well, you talk about the challenges, and this year that schedule is going to be another tough challenge, and that's what you do. You challenge yourself outside of division, because once you step inside the division play, MACJC baseball, everybody talks about how tough football is. Baseball, I think, is equally, if not a little bit more tough.
Yes, you get in that MACJC now, you can get beat any day. And you got to come out playing your best every day. You can't take anybody for granted. I tell my guys, don't even worry about who's got a uniform on the other side. Just play every day, and it's a marathon. It's not a race. You got to run it. You got to go. It's 28 games, and it's just tough. It's relentless. You got to play hard and do well every day.
Well, Rick, anything else you want to add maybe to the fans that's getting ready for the baseball season and just kind of fire them up, get excited with you and to be here before we know it?
Oh, yes. It's a come on out opening day, and we'll have a great time. It's come watch a good group. I can't tell you right now who's going to be the starters. We'll be mixing and matching early, and same way with the pitching. We got a lot of good names out there that did well in high school, and it'll be exciting watching them develop and mature as a junior college baseball player.
Well, Rick, appreciate you taking time out of the day to talk to us, my man.
Thank you.
Brought to you by Renaissance Bank, the bank that understands you. Learn more at renaissancebank.com.
That's home. That's just like the Ravens. That's just like Pahokee, Florida. That's my second home. I got my degree from there, my first degree, college degree. It's part of my heart, it's part of my soul, it's part of my spirit. And, it's everything. Itawamba Community College, baby, it's everything. It shaped me up to being a great man because it was part of the journey of me becoming the young man I am today. And it's home, man. That's it. Like, I can go there and lay my head down without no problems. Itawamba Community College, the best start here.
You live life on your own terms. You won't be told what you can't do. And we're here to back you. From the boardroom to the big stage, Renaissance Bank supports women striving for success. Because greatness isn't held to anyone's expectations, except yours. So if anyone says you can't, prove them wrong. Rise with Renaissance, supporting women in the communities they influence every day.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef. No, corn-fed. On the grill.
Nah, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula.
Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done. Brioche.
Sesame seed.
American cheese.
Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkey's for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that. Strictly with the Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
At Itawamba Community College, your education is our top priority. With a 20-to-1 student-to-teacher ratio, you will get the help that you need from your instructors. With 3 locations in Fulton, Tupelo, and Belden, ICC offers classes that will prepare you to enter almost any job field of your choice. Learn more about Wallet Hub's #1 community college in Mississippi and the 25th best in the country by visiting iccms.edu or apply online at apply.iccms.edu. Itawamba Community College. The best start here. And welcome back one final time here on the ICC Hour. I'm Adam Gore. The ICC Hour being presented by our friends over at Renaissance Bank. Renaissance Bank, understanding you, renaissancebank.com. All right, so I've had some people encourage me to do this, and I want to preface this by saying I'm not trying to give myself a cheap plug or anything like that. As a matter of fact, I'm probably one of the few people that I guess you can say bragging on myself or mentioning myself or things that I do kind of makes me uncomfortable. But I have started a podcast, and Will East and I did an episode this past week about K-Bane, and we're going to give you a sample of that today. If you would, for some reason, like to go listen to this full episode, Will East and I, we talk a little bit about everything from a rooster that learned how to crow on command to the infamous breakfast song. We even give you a little bit of history on Buddy and Kay as well. So yeah, we're going to wrap up today's show by kind of just listening to a little bit of that podcast. Again, it's the More with Gore podcast. It's available on Spotify. It's got a Facebook page. Just simply search More with Gore there as well. So that's going to do it for the ICC Hour. We'll see you next Tuesday, 9:06 here on Super Talk Mississippi. But yeah, you kind of already talked about that now. So where does your brain go? Like, I know that's a weird question for me and you because nobody really wants to know where our brain goes. But when you hear the morning show, if you had to go to an iconic moment or anything like that, what's one that jumps out at you?
I just remember we would sit around and watch that show, and it was one of those moments where there was a celebrity that you kind of knew.
Yes.
And even though if you go back and you see it nowadays, compared to what they have now, it looks kind of hokey.
Yeah.
But back in the day, man,
it was it.
As big as it gets.
Yes.
I remember they came out to our neighbor's house. Our neighbor had Mr. Freeman, had roosters, had a lot of chickens, but he had this group of roosters who would crow on command. So he could say, he would give them a certain word like, good morning or something like that. And they had a certain crow for the good morning or, good night. And they had a different crow for that. And so WTVA came out and did this whole thing with our neighbor. And I mean, it was one of those moments where, you would have thought President Trump was coming to town,
yes.
or Tom. I can't think of the big celebrity, but there was some big celebrity coming to town. I mean, it was the talk of the town. For what seemed like months, maybe
yes.
even a year. About them coming to Mr. Freeman's house to film the roosters, and I remember they talked about Hay-Vane and them talked about his roosters on the show. So that was Sunday that they filmed that, and that it aired on the local news there. And then on Monday, they mentioned the roosters. And, I mean, it was like we had won the Super Bowl or something when they mentioned, Van Vliet, Mississippi, which nobody knows where that is.
No.
They mentioned Van Vliet, and they mentioned our neighbor and his roosters. I mean, I was, it was like we had won the Super Bowl, high-fiving each other. Wow, I can't believe it. It's amazing. We made it, or something like that.
Yeah, and you think back about it, people, hopefully there's some younger people that are listening that's just like, what the heck are they talking about? But I know some of the listeners that are our age are going to laugh and be like, man, this is just taking me down memory road. But, man, life was so much simpler then than when we look at it now, and those things were big time, and obviously were because we're still talking about it some, 20 years later.
Yeah, and the other thing I remember is that they would be at, one of these little festivals or little events, and then you mentioned the fundraiser.
Yeah.
One thing growing up, and they still do this to some extent, but not as much as they used to, every little town had a hall or a building, or maybe it was attached to a church. They'd have this little venue where when somebody's house caught on fire or somebody got cancer or somebody died unexpectedly, they would have a fundraiser, and people would, make a couple casseroles, and they would do an auction, and they would have usually the sheriff come out and do the auction, because every sheriff in Mississippi at one point was an auctioneer. It's a weird thing. Go look it up. It's like every sheriff. What else do you do besides being a sheriff? Oh, I'm also an auctioneer. Every one of them for some reason. But anyway, they would do these auctions, and then part of it was they would have people singing, and it seemed like whenever we would go to the Sparta Opry House,
oh my
Sparta,
gosh,
Mississippi.
Yes.
They would have Kay Bain up there, and when Buddy, when he was alive, he would be up there too. But, I remember when it was just Kay and, that little group that she was with, and they would be up there and they would sing a couple songs, and people would, put some money in the jar. And, she probably did that for a million different little towns and little communities across North Mississippi.
And you think about it, there's probably been millions of dollars that nobody really knows about. I know people are like, come on, Gore, millions of dollars. You guys got to realize, like, Buddy and Kay, and then eventually Kay after Buddy passed away in 1997, but they did that because that's kind of what they wanted to do. They wanted to spread that love, spread that kindness, and kind of just put that out there for everybody. But I don't know if they ever said no to a fundraiser when they knew it was going to help, local people.
The only reason I think they could have said no was because they were already doing one, in another little town. And I don't know how, this is before cell phones and stuff. I don't know how people got in touch with them. They certainly didn't email them.
Yeah.
I have no clue how it worked, but they called somewhere and they got Buddy and Kay to come down and sing at their festival or their event. And when you heard that they were going to be there, that meant that, okay, we can go to that one because that, they're going to be there. So there's at least going to be entertainment there. There's going to be singing there.
Absolutely. Now, one of the most iconic moments for me, and if you talk about the Buddy and Kay show, you have to talk about this song. And I don't know if you've heard this song, Willies, but we're about to play it here on the show. But it's known as the Breakfast Song. It has over 2 million views on YouTube. Have you heard this song, Will?
I have not.
All right, so here's going to be a treat for you folks. For anybody who has not heard the Breakfast Song, oh my goodness, the greatest song in the Buddy and Kay show history, maybe in the history of television. We're going to go to that song now.